breath, hold it tight, trace the memory in every line. Does anyone feel what I feel? I know you're feeling what I feel. Oh, and every word is a piece of me. Every single note, every breath I breathe is a cry out, can you hear me? Let me know if you can hear me. And I know how it feels to be alone. I've been knocked down, trying to the cold. Sticks and stones never really did hurt me. I shine this light for the world to see. I spill out blood out on the page. In every song that I have made, there ain't no to me. I'm never no to me. That when I step out on the stage, I sing my love, my fear and rage. For you all see, for you all say, yeah. Take a breath, feel the silence, give it a match and not ignite it. Make it open up your sky, put an ending through the night. Oh, I know how it feels to be alone. I've been knocked down, trying to the cold. Sticks and stones never really did hurt me. I shine this light for the world to see. Now spit out blood out on the page. In every song that I have made, there ain't no to me. I'm giving all to me. Yeah, when I step out on the stage, I sing my love, my fear and rage. For you all see, for you all say, yeah. If there's one thing I want from my life, let it be the songs I sing. We'll open your eyes and make you see you're not alone. One thing I want from my life, let it be the songs I sing. We'll open your eyes and make you see. Now spill out blood out on the page. In every song that I have made, there ain't no to me. I'm giving all of me. Down when I step out on the stage, I sing my love, my fear and rage. For you all see, just to let you know, you're not alone. Finding peace in this prison never seemed so long before. What am I searching for? Just a touch of the feeling rush of two hearts beating. Why am I left dancing in the rain again, singing my sorrows for what I can't seem to get? Just some place where I belong. And don't take this from me. I've been fading away. Memories are turning to gray. But every step that I take, the closer I get to finding there's more to me than what these eyes have seen. It's within my reach, and I'll take it all. I am withered and broken and weary, but I'm not throwing it all away for something that only fades. Been through the battle, been through the war, but I still can't find what I'm searching for. Just some place.
All right. Hi, hello, mabuhay. Welcome to our very special episode of GeekClicks. We're gonna. It's a bit new, actually. Not new, but it's something that we don't usually do. Again, my name is Chris. This is I am your host for this episode, and before we go any further, I'd like to check the comment section. Marami nang active sa atin. Ang ating guest ay nasa backstage ang aga niya, promise kanina. But anyway, let's check the comment section. Uy, Sir Rafi Panganiban, episode 2 natin. Yan. Thank you so much, Idol Blue. Let's go, sabi ni Sir Rafi. Present na ang ating mga friends, Jinaski. And just to let you know, Jinaski is gonna guest sa ating February episode or sa Feb natin yan. Next, si Chester Minoru. Uy, congratulations. Ang daming feature nitong taong to. The fastest rising toy photographer ng PTPC. Yan. Bagsakan na ng utak at awesomeness, of course, right? We only get the best guests here in GeekClicks. Yan. John Decker, it's blue time. Yes, definitely. And it's a custom. All right, we're going to go in the world of customization. And that's the theme of our episode today. And one of my friends from way back, naka-mute ka, de, joke lang. Usually kasi I'm on mute when I go live. So yan, thank you so much. And before we go any further, I'd like to promote our pages. First, like the page PTPC or the Philippine Toy Photography Club. Yan. Active kami dito. Actually, kompleto to eh. May papakita ako ng konti, mamaya, dito sa cover photo. Yan. Ako yung nag-host ng last live. Actually, hindi ito yung last live. But then, one of the happier moments ng PTPC, yan. Nag-live tayo dito and masaya yung ating nagiging get-together. Sana soon magkaroon tayo ng get-together. Yan. Next, also join our discussions. Philippine Toy Photography Club. We have our pages where we post our pictures. We get criticized. We get to share things. Nilalaso natin ang isa't isa. Masaya ang mga discussion natin dito. And definitely join our discussions. If you're a toy enthusiast, make sure that you join the page so you can grow as a toy photographer and as an enthusiast. Nabubulol na ako, promise. Ang gulo. Ayan. Thank you so much. And one more page to show us. Mabilis na lang to. Ayan. I'd like to pause for a very special moment. Isa sa ating mga friends and members ng Philippine Toy Photography Club ay pumanaw. He passed away. He passed away last a few days ago, or was it yesterday? The passing of Giovanni, Sir Vanni. We hope you rest in peace, and condolences to the family. Our deep condolences, yan. Kasi ang saya ng huling pagkakasama natin kay Sir Vanni. Parang kailan lang, di ba? Parang kailan lang na kasama natin siya sa isang meet-up. Siya pa nga yung grand winner ng isa sa mga biggest prizes sa ating Christmas party. So, Sir Vanni, thank you so much for gracing us with happiness. Yan. We hope that you're also happy where you're at right now. Yan. Okay, mula sa medyo mabigat na balita. Ito naman, ipapakita natin ang isa sa ating mga napakasayang mga alaala. Ito, yan. Napakasayang mga alaala na naman nito. But before we go any further, huling mga what do you call this? Uy, naka-dreadlocks. So thank you so much. Yan. Before we go any further, papakilala natin siya. First time ko siya mamimit actually. Nakikita ko lang mga post niya, and actually nakikita ko rin siya yung estante madalas where he has his custom figures made. Nakikita ko lang every ToyCon, and eto na, mamimit ko na siya. I'm very starstruck to meet this person. Buti na lang, and thank you Sir Perry Chua for connecting us. Ladies and gentlemen, none other than Bleau Aquino!
Hi, good evening, Chris. Tsaka,
good evening, sir.
Good evening, everyone watching your channel. Thanks for having me.
Oh, and thank you for gracing us with your presence. Salamat sa pagpapaunlak sa ano natin, sir, sa invitation natin. Thank you. Ang
Anytime.
daming syempre pinapakita natin yung mga custom figures natin, no? Ang dami, promise, nakakalula. Nung nag-browse ako ulit ng Facebook mo, sir, I'm very astounded. You've been doing this for years now, and yun nga, through the years nakita natin ang mga gawa mo. Ang dami, oh. So sa mga may gusto dyan, promise, nalulula rin ang ating mga friends. Wow, ang bangis ng background, sabi nila. Ayun. Thank you so much for being here. Ayun lang, a few items na sisimulan ko muna before we go
Alright.
any further. Marami kang ginawa, but what is the holy grail in your collection? Is it something that you made, or is it something that you purchased? Tell us more. What's the very valuable, the most priceless item in your collection?
When it comes to toy collecting kasi nag-change parati yung wants ng collectors. Parang you always
Okay.
want something new, right? So, pero among siguro the things that I worked on and I developed, one of my favorites would be the Christopher Reeve Superman that we made. We did an upgrade on the Hot Toys version for the clothing. And ano pa ba? Yung He-Man na nakikita mo sa likod ko, and Skeletor, one of my favorites din.
Is this update? Tama ba? Ito yun?
Yeah, that one. Because dito sa GWIS Customs, the studio that I put up, nagkaroon ako ng maraming requests for people to make clothes for them. And lalo na kapag hindi masyadong accurate yung nakuha nila, or something went wrong with yung sa action figure nila. So we had to replace the clothes. And one of the most requested is that actually, the Christopher Reeve Superman outfit. So the difference between that and the one that Hot Toys made is the S symbol on that one is actually pre-cut fabric. Kasi yung sa Hot Toys is parang hot pressed stamp. It's stamped on like this shirt. Parang may hinit press. Ito different. Cut out talaga yung S in fabric and in-sewn yung buong logo, which is actually how the actual suit of Christopher Reeves was made.
I see.
So
Ang
yung,
galing, no?
yan yung mga things na yan ang hindi nawawala sa email inquiry or PM sa akin. Parang every day I'll get about 10 to 20 inquiries about that.
They really want this one, no? And just for everybody's sake, this is a 1/6 scale. Tama po ba?
Yes, most of the figures that you see at the back are 1/6 scale. Although I also collect super robots or mga Transformers. Customization. This is what we work on. And sometimes we also do 1/4 scale for other statues. Pag may mga kailangan.
So, sobrang detailed na, no? Since it's 1/4 scale, you have a lot of, you have more avenue for you to customize or for you to put in more details to make it as realistic. No?
Yes. Actually, it's 1/6 scale is the perfect scale. Wherein hindi mo titipirin yung details ng figure mo. You could still find a way to make the details really nice. For the costumes to look realistic. Pero 1/4, syempre better kasi most of the materials that we get, medyo mas malapit na sa scale na yan. The problem, kasi kami, we focus really, the GWIS Customs, actually is a tailoring company. Okay? Tailoring ng mga damit, ng mga figures. Hindi kami gumagawa ng sculpt, hindi kami nagpe-paint. Usually, we partner with different artists for that. Pero yung pagdating sa paggawa ng costumes, doon kami nag-excel. Doon kami nag-focus.
I see. Okay. But okay, since you're into creating your own, I'd like to actually open this. What was the last toy that you purchased? Ano yung last?
I think the last one that I bought was a Funko Pop, The Mandalorian with child.
Okay. Nice. Nice, nice. At least up to date pa rin no? Hindi namamatay ang geekiness
Actually,
natin sa buhay.
dati sabi ko I won't collect pops pero somehow medyo I got into it na rin. Pero I'm really limiting it kasi there's just so much to collect.
Totoo, no? Sabi, once you Funko, you can't stop. Or once you you started no? Lalo na, laki ng line ng Star Wars
Yeah. Pero my heart still belongs really to 1/6 scale. Kasi this is I do this for other clients then, and for me, I think if you're doing toy photography and you just want to display something that your guests would be wowed about, it's usually 1/6 scale, or if you have a statue collection, I think yun talagang ultimate goals.
Kasi nga, di ba, it's as detailed and hindi siya masyadong malaki. It's not as bulky. Mas marami, di ba? I mean, I actually admire 1/6 scale. Ang hirap lang simulan dahil ang mahal. At least for a 112 collector.
Yeah.
Patayin lang natin yung mga comments ng ating mga friends from PTPC. Ayan.
All right.
Nag-hi si Grace Decker. Hi, Bleau Aquino.
Hi, Grace.
Hi, Grace. Si Janaski, yes, museum. Believe me, kulang ang 1/4 na place ng Toy-Con dito, 'di ba? Present, sabi ng ating mga friends. Di ko malilimutan yung force perspective dito ng Spidey and Sandman ni Sir Blue. Yan. He still remembers one of your shots. Yan. Ang saya, promise. Ayan. Meron pa, si John Decker said, the best Skeletor ever. We're gonna get into that mamaya. I actually copied the link for that. Just for the sake of our discussion. Yan. Kudos, Bleau Aquino. Yan. Thank you so much. He bought a lot. Sabi ni Muffet Aquino.
Ay, wife ko yan.
Uy, kailangan ingat tayo sa sasabihin. Bawal ang resibo. Just kidding. Ayan. Sir Rafi, inspiration ko sa toy photography. Like all of us actually. And Sir
Rafi,
Carlo.
Pinakamagaling.
Magaling, no? I mean, we have our own skills.
Yeah, ako when it comes to Rafi lang, si Rafi always says idol niya or whatever, pero grabe yung talent ng taong yan. Ibang klase yung level ng photographs niya, the way he composes it. Sobrang high respect for Rafi.
True. Actually, ang saya.
Very true. Yan, yung dalawang.
True. And that's one of the things that I want to show ngayon. Teka lang ipapakita natin to. Sakto na nabanggit niyo. That's a good segue for us to go to one of the moments na nag-collab kayo. Well, at least from the post to Asgard, a collaboration with Bleau Aquino taken last 2010. Could you tell us more about this shot?
Yan. Actually, yung photo na yan, nakita kong pinost ni Perry. Pero kasi Perry is known for dark wire. May naka-rim light yung figures niya. So sabi ko, let me help you out with this photo. Medyo, it looks like a nice flying shot. So, yun, I helped him out with the editing. Pero si Perry talaga ang nag-shoot niyan. Tapos nagulat nga ako, he posted it the other day lang Sabi ko, natawa, brings back memories when I was still really into toy photography. Because not everyone knows, pero toy photography was what got me into customization.
Talaga? So nauna si toy photography bago si customs.
Let me give you a little story about how Perry and I met. I'm not so sure if it's 2007 or 2008. First time na sumali ako ng toy photography contest sa Toy-Con. Kasi my brother, Ryder, sabi niya, hey bro, let's do something for Toy-Con. I saw this ad wherein we could join a toy photography contest. Tapos pwede raw edited. Pareho kami ni Ryder, ng brother ko, pareho kaming nagpo-Photoshop. So sabi ko, sige, sali tayo. Photoshop natin. So sumali kami. Yung entry namin, super heavily Photoshop. As in, super photo manip yung ginawa namin. Voltes 5 and Optimus Prime na nagtatransform. So, pero, syempre, photography contest, ang nanalo si Perry. Yung kay Perry, very nice, very simple, very crisp. Pero meron siyang ginawang effect na kay Iron Man na parang nag-shoot ng repulsor blast. I think light painting ginamit yung technique eh.
Yeah.
So, syempre, mas impressive yun pagdating sa judges. So, si Perry yung nanalo. So, ever since that time, nakapag-chat kami ni Perry, nag-usap kami, humihingi ako ng tips kay Perry, nabilib ako sa kanya. So, sabi ko, sige, next year, kasali uli ako. So, nung sumali ako the following year, bawal na ang editing. Bawal na. So, sabi ko, paano kaya to? Kumukuha ko inspiration parati kay Perry. Kasi nakikita ko yung the way he lights his subjects. Ang ganda eh. Sabi ko, sige, sali ako contest. Ginaya ko yung lighting ni Perry. Medyo natuto ako sa kanya. Then, gumawa ako ng diorama. And yung photo na yon, nanalo yun. Yung year na yun. And then, yung diorama na yun, may bumili. Tapos nung may bumili, medyo naging viral siya. Medyo na-share siya in many websites before. So I started thinking, madaming nagtatanong, magpapagawa ng diorama or whatever. Sabi ko, sige, let me try, let me do it for you. Doon nag-start. So diorama making, from toy photography to diorama making, and then eventually, parang gusto ko na, hindi lang yung diorama ginawa, pati yung figure na rin, custom. So nung nag-custom na ako ng figure, tapos I found out that yung clothing, mas nag-excel kami doon. Doon kami nag-focus hanggang sa nagkaroon na kami ng client base na international. So right now, ang kagandahan lang after mga 8 to 10 years, meron na kaming mga toy company clients na nagpapagawa sa amin ng prototype. So kami na lahat gumagawa ng prototype for Big Chief Studios based in the UK. Client ko rin ng QMX. And then, kaso medyo na-affect ang Chronicle Collectibles last year. They closed down, na-bankrupt sila. So, pero they were also a client of mine. And now, I'm signing up also with Caustic Plastic. Together with Sly Stallone Shop. They're gonna come up with a whole line of different Sylvester Stallone character figures. And we will be involved in that.
Nice. So you'd have to go to the movies of Stallone to make the clothes. So I'm sure
yes, I think most of the things that we will be working on are classic movies. Okay. Rambo, Cobra, mga movies si Stallone from before. I don't know kung meron sa mga more recent. Pero yun pa lang yung announced nila eh. So that's what I can say for now.
Nice.
Ang saya like funny because it all started with toy photography.
True.
And then it progressed and it got me where I am today.
And yun nga rin eh, for aspiring ones probably siguro mamaya we can give tips for aspiring customizers mamaya. Yeah. But ang saya lang din eh, no? From buying toys to toy photography and now into customization. Ang saya lang na naging path. And actually, your story about the ToyCon na photography contest, na preempt kami nun ni Sir Perry Chua when we guested him. And therefore, you being here na rin, nasabi niya sa akin, he wasn't expecting anything kasi he's looking up to your skills in Photoshop at least. Kasi ang ganda. It has impact and people did not, or responded differently, unexpectedly because akala nila kayo ang mananalo at that time daw eh. But then, photography nga naman kasi, sabi. And then, ayun na. Lighting kasi ni Sir Perry Chua is, I mean, admirable din at that time, di ba?
Yung maganda talaga yung shot ni Perry doon. Sobrang bilib ako. Paano mo ginawa yun? Because I didn't know anything about light painting. So, nabilib ako. Parang sabi ko, paano nagkaroon ng repulsor blast si Iron Man sa kamay na wala namang light na nanggagaling doon sa figure na ginamit niya. And walang Photoshop.
Sabi nga daw nila, Photoshop, ayun nga, some people are claiming it's Photoshop eh, di ba? But then, wait lang, bakit dapat disqualified din to? They came into that na kwento ni Sir Perry eh. Before we go into the next question, ang daming nanonood, promise. Ang ating mga members, yan, sila Pat Cinco, Dec Abulencia, si Joseph, Arbor ng Collection, Fred, perhaps siguro, no? Oy, hello po, Ma'am Airy Aquino. Thank you so much for watching. Siyempre
Hi, Ma.
naman, yan. Ma'am Cheryl, thank you for watching. Walang magbabanggit ng presyo, usapang custom and photography lang dito. Because probably your wife is watching, sabi nga ni Carlos. Uy! Teka, ito, tanong ni Sir
Ayan, yan
Ryder.
ang brother ko.
Oh, hey. What's your favorite toy photography photo? Ang ganda ng question. Do you have one?
Okay. For me, the most memorable one was the first one that we worked on ni Ryder. Kasi super talagang ilang days or almost 2 weeks yata namin pinagtrabahuan yung photo ni Voltes 5 na yun. Parang what we did was took a photo ni Voltes 5 and then binattle damage namin siya. Parang nasa tabi siya ng building. And si Ryder din, although Ryder is much younger than me, siya yung mas magaling sa Photoshop kasi he works in advertising. Sa kanya rin ako natututo. Basically, parang medyo nag-art direct lang ako dun sa entry namin nung time na yun. Pero most of the manips, natutunan ko from Ryder. Hanggang sa natuto na rin ako gumamit ng crop tool, natuto na rin maglagay ng mga effects. Pero si Ryder din talaga yung dyan, ang kailangan bigyan ng props for that favorite photo that we worked on, no? Pero yung isa ko rin favorite photo na ako lang is meron akong photo that I took of our dog. Tapos tumatakbo si Ant-Man in front of him. Na parang na-timingan ko na parang kakainin ng dog ko si Ant-Man.
Uy! Sayang, di ko nakita yun. Hindi na hanap. Nagpo-browse ako sa mga shots mo, sir, eh. But then, hindi ko siya...
meron ako na pwede ko naman padala na lang sa'yo after this. Medyo mahirap hanapin na yun.
True. Actually, hindi ko rin makapit yung link na to. Sorry, we're using a different platform. But yan, sa mga gusto makakita ng photo na mini-mention ni Sir Bleau Aquino, eto yon. So, nandito yung Volt 5.
Rider yung link.
Yan. Just check it out, guys. Ito na yung winning entry dati. Yan. So, ito yung winning entry the following year naman, siguro. Ito yun.
Assistant ako. Padala ng link.
True. Yun sabi, siya rin ang sumasagot. 2008 Toy-Con, I think, sabi niya.
Okay.
Yan. Iba talaga ang talento ni veteran Tito Perichu.
Yan ang uncle namin lahat eh.
Si Uncle Perry. Ang saya, mind blown ako. Promise, kami rin, sobrang mind blown dito. Ang saya-saya. And speaking of masaya, ito, since nadaanan na natin yung comment about the best, what do you call this, Skeletor, let's talk about it. So, 2017, ang tagal na. So, it won first prize. Can you tell us more? Bakit si Skeletor, sir?
Actually, kaya ako ginawa yung Skeletor was because gumawa ako ng He-Man. And I needed an opponent for He-Man. Teka, let me grab He-Man.
Yun!
It was He-Man.
Yes, sir. Highlight na.
Meron ng 13 from China. This is actually inspired by the, what do you call this? The statue made by Sideshow. Parang ayaw mag-focus.
Okay.
Ayan. Okay. Hindi siya nagpo-focus. Anyway, ito yung nag-start. So, kaya ako ginawa yung Skeletor was because of this. At yung Skeletor na yan, maraming nagpapagawa. Isa dyan yung nagme-message kanina, si John Decker, no? Kinakantahan niya yan matagal na. Pero, I'm not planning on selling that kasi that holds a special place in my heart. Kaya, I'm planning to keep that a one-off.
How long did it take for you to make this, or at least to customize this Skeletor?
That one took probably a month to make yung Skeletor. And I also had some help there, especially with the electronics parts dun sa eyes. The eyes kasi are LEDs on it. Yun. Tapos, eventually, dati, the battery lang yan. You use yung calculator batteries. Pero now, I was able to have someone help me put a rechargeable lithium battery at the back. So, pwede na siyang i-charge via USB.
Nice.
So,
And saan nakalagay, sir, yung yung lithium-ion battery? Sa likod?
doon sa mismo, inside the neck. Because the head that was used here was, what do you call this? Who's this guy? The one who has a skull na nag-flame yung head sa Marvel.
Mhm.
I bought that head sculpt. And then meron yung neck that has the calculator batteries na nilalagay sa loob.
Mm-mm.
So, ginawa ng circuit board yun, and it's hidden at the back. Meron na siyang lithium battery instead of yung parang calculator batteries na nakalagay sa kanya.
I see.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard. I wanted to bring it up closer. Kaso, it's all set up there, and then may wire na siya. So, nandiyan na lang siya.
Okay lang. But at least we appreciate the photos naman and nakakalola, ang dami. Isa-isay natin, ang dami rin ng mga gawa niyo, sir. At least we have a winning piece na that we want to see. Now, si Sir Perry Chua, sabi niya, my main man, Bleau Aquino, yan. Nandito na siya, nanonood. Thank you so much for watching, sir. One more question. Do you have a favorite toy line? I know that it's 1/6 scale. Is it? Tama ba? Yun yung favorite yung scale? Yeah. But
So,
do you have a favorite toy line? Yeah.
Toy line, like for example, Avengers or Justice League, ganyan.
Or maker siguro, sir.
Toy maker. Well, it's definitely gonna be Hot Toys for 1/6K. Then maybe followed by 3-0. Because I also like the Transformers of 3-0.
Actually, no.
When it comes to the movie franchises or the animated characters, halo-halo eh. Whoever comes up with a character that I grew up with eh. I collect kasi based on nostalgia. So, I collect the characters that I like as I was growing up or even at this day and age kasi mga people my age grew up with fascination with a lot of pop culture stuff eh. So even up to now, yung mga you could see naman eh from the market eh what makes big money in Hollywood right now. It's the superhero movies, diba?
True.
We're at that age wherein people who are at this age are still actually into it.
Yeah, and we have the money to buy them.
Yeah, because especially that because I don't think younger people will be able to buy it, or parents would usually not buy the high-end collectibles for their children because masisira lang, di ba?
True. Yeah.
So this is really like a working man's collection dapat.
Naks. Oo nga naman, no? That's a very good point that you pointed out there. At actually meron pang mga comment si Sir Perry. Mahusay din gumawa ng dayo yang si Blue. Pati sa photography, malupit. Yan. Actually, no, hindi ko nakita eh. I was researching the past couple of days. I didn't see the what do you call this? The diorama. Sayang. Probably will just share it on the page later on. Yan.
Yeah.
And then, you're a genius, Blue, sabi ni Airy. Yan. Naks. Sobra supportive, sir.
So, support.
Diba? Galing, may paraffle ba na toy today? Joke lang. Then, or the guessing is way more than enough. Thank you so much, sir. Wag kang mag-mention ng nostalgia dito kasi si Tito Rafi Panganiban mo naluluha kapag Thunders, ganyan talaga. Sentimental na siya. Yung mga tito natin nag-aaway sa comment. Joke lang. Do you have a favorite local artist?
Local artist when it comes to photography or for sculpting?
Actually, you decide. You tell us.
For me, for photography, yung dalawa, si Perry and Rafi. Yan ang mga people I look up to. But when it comes to sculpting in the Philippines for customization, ang favorite ko dyan is si Kiko Lerma and si Mike De La Paz. These two are, I think, very, very great artists. pati si Gino Roberto and si Eric Ejercito, they're both really, really very good customizers as well.
Nice. Well, I know two of the three mentioned.
Okay.
Yeah, but anyway, thank you for yun, i-share natin din yung hopefully maka-guest din sila sa atin soon. But do you have an international artist that you look up to?
Okay, for international naman, one of the best, I think, sculptors out there for 1/6 scale and for statues, two people it's either Sean Dobbs from I think it's from the UK, and then Waruna, I don't know how to pronounce Waruna's surname, Willie Magage or something. Waruna is from, where's Waruna from? Is he from Pakistan? I'm not sure, but these are the two people that I look up to when it comes to sculpting. Now, when it comes to toy clothing, although competitor namin in a way, is si Tory Box. That she's a tailor who is based in Korea. So yeah, yung mga magagaling artists that I look up.
Ayan. So guys, kaya ako rin tinanong to so that you can research more and see their work then. Ayan. So for those who are interested to know, eto na, malalaman niyo yung mga people that Sir Blue looks up to, that he looks up to. Blue is the nicest guy that you can ever meet, a truly humble soul. Obviously, di ba? Thank you so much, Sir John Decker, for watching. Si Joseph Magkamit, wait till you see his hologram, sabi niya. Hopefully makita nga natin, no? I mean, in a post or soon. I'll get more into that.
If you go to the GWiz Customs Facebook page, you may be able to see some videos that I posted of the dioramas.
Yun, mamaya pupuntahan natin siya. But for now, could you tell us more about this Justice League shot? Did you make the clothes or I don't know really. Could you tell us more about this?
Actually, wala akong ginawa dyan, kundi pinicturean ko lang sila. All of those figures except for Cyborg are Hot Toys figures. So stock figures yan na no customization made or whatsoever. Yung Cyborg is actually made by an artist from the US. His name's Iron Geek. Kasi Hot Toys never released Justice League Cyborg figure. For some reason, siya lang yung kulang. So when I finally got the custom figure ni Cyborg, sabi ko it will be nice to copy the Alex Ross inspired photos nila. Because they did the photo shoot like this for the film, and I tried to achieve the effect for that. So most of those references are the marketing materials for Justice League and some of the posters that they have.
Nice. May pasaging si Sir Perry Chua. Dapat tawag sa kanya Tito Blue. Pasaging na. I don't know really.
So, lolo ka na niyan, Perry, pag tito ako.
Lolo Perry Chua. Grabe. Sir, you mentioned about GeekClicks Customs as a clothing company. Now, do you make this then? This shirt, the one that you're wearing right now?
This is what I'm wearing right now. Medyo I got inspired by, medyo spoiler, no? If you haven't seen Cobra Kai Season 2, this was one of the shirts that was given out there. So, I actually made the shirt. Actually, I bought the shirt, and then we had the thing printed. And I have a heat press kasi, so I was able to put it out on shirt.
Okay. So, mag-open ba tayo dito, sir?
Patapon tayo, parang hindi yan custom,
actually,
custom figure.
True, actually. Ayan, Justice League photos are superb. GeekClicks Customs panalo yan. Of course, di ba? Wow. Makati to si Papa P. Niloloko nila, Makati to siya. Now, ang dami ng work, ang dami ng gawa niyo, sir. Like for Cash and Andor, di ba?
Mhm.
Rogue One, ang dami, promise. And I've seen one of your videos, hindi ko siya makita, nadaanan ko lang eh, na you're doing the double stitch manually eh, di ba? Or
Yeah.
the pattern. I've seen one of those na pinost nyo recently. And ganun ka-intricate, di ba? Like, how long does it take for like this figure, ito, or this set of clothes to be made?
Yeah.
To be made
Actually,
from
yeah.
scratch?
The tailoring work would probably take a week, but the preparation would take more, about maybe 2 to 3 weeks. Hindi naman tuloy-tuloy yun, but there are a lot of things that happen there. If when you see that shot, that's the costume of John Candy in the movie Uncle Buck. He's wearing a specific plaid print on the trench coat. I don't know if you see it, pero meron yan. Because we can't buy fabric that already has it. We have to make that fabric. So that's the tricky part. So the preparation for that would be first designing the pattern to print out. Next is figuring out, once you have the design, figuring out what works in that scale. Next is printing it onto the fabric and making sure you get the right colors, because printing into fabric is a very tricky job thing to do. And then lastly, when you tailor it, after you've gone through all of that, and then when you tailor it and it doesn't fall nicely on the body, you have to start from scratch all over again. Let's say the fabric you chose is somehow stiff, it doesn't produce the proper creases, then you have to go back to the drawing board. So the actual tailoring isn't really that long, but the pre-preparation for getting all the materials together, the proper things to use, like the buttons, the buckles, because all of these we don't fabricate, we have to source it out. And since pandemic tayo ngayon, it's really hard to go out. So you're really always relying online on where you're gonna buy stuff. And when it comes to you notice, oh no, this buckle is too big, it won't work. So you go back to the drawing board, search for another thing to use. So material sourcing is the more difficult part, I think, and the fabrication of the fabric.
Got it. Oh, nga
Okay lang pag plain eh. Pero pag may mga ganyang mga design prints,
patterns,
yan,
the subtle details, no? I mean, that's the selling point eh. Like, I see it now upon closer look. Ngayon, I mean, I'm zooming in manually, pero dun lang natin siya makikita eh. I mean, from afar, great. Meron palang plaid design, ang galing.
Yeah, meron yan. And then may stripes yan na red and blue, parang maroon and blue, that you don't see. If you watch, you have to watch the movie to capture it, and it's all there. Hindi mo nakikita because sometimes when you get a screen grab from the movie, you don't see it initially, and then magtataka ka if you don't put it in the design. When you make it, when you take a photo of the figure, something is saying, okay naman, it's not the same gray because it's missing those red and blue lines.
True. Yeah. Ang ganda.
So that's how meticulous we get, because I think most of the clients that we have and would really be very specific about things. And sometimes our culture na dito sa GWIS is we treat everything as if it has to really be movie accurate. And sometimes medyo overkill na rin kasi sometimes the client isn't really asking for it or doesn't even notice those details. So we so sometimes if you inquire sa amin, usually it takes several emails to flesh things out. Because we really want to know what you want, what your expectations are, and also we would also need to be able to explain to you what our capabilities are, so that you set the proper expectations also for the clients. Kapag minsan kasi meron talagang hindi ma-achieve, you have to do a workaround.
Yeah.
So we have to inform the client, this is what we plan to do. Are you okay with it? If not, then we'll find another solution. Pero good thing is we're kind of blessed to be kind of resourceful enough to find solutions for these things. Like that one. Usually, this is a Wild Bill Kelso
What?
jacket. That's genuine leather that we are using, and we
Oh.
actually haven't tried putting on iron-on decals on them before. Kasi we tried. What happens is if you put it on a heat press, the leather becomes very very stiff. Para siyang nabe-bake, naluluto siya, nachichicharon yung leather eh. So this is a lot of trial and error to get it right, to get the decals to attach to the leather. So yeah, these are the kinds of projects that we actually get challenged with eh. Yung mga ganyan eh. You take, when you look at it, simple lang, madali lang yan, dinikit-dikit lang yung patches eh. Pero actually, you start off with first the design, especially if you're getting it from a movie, which was, I think this movie was in the 80s. Pa? So your references kagad are really, really bad. Unless the actual suit was photographed in a museum or something, then we could get very good resolution photos. And then scaling all the designs, yun yung problem. So pag nakita mo ganyan, some people say, simple lang naman yan, damit lang yan. Di ba? Parang pants, jacket, may scarf.
Yeah.
But if you break it down on how you're gonna achieve that, that's where the challenge is, and that's where I think where your money really goes when you you try to commission something like that.
So pag may nagtanong ng mahal, ladies and gentlemen, if merong magsabing mahal, well, kainin nyo to. It's hard. I mean, I can speak for leathercraft kasi. I've made a few leather items then, like purses like this. And it's hard. And this is faux leather. I've done it as actual leather, and it's gonna be hard. Given ito pa ng details, di ba? Grabe.
It's actually hard to sew leather eh. Especially if it's, for this kasi we're using very, very thin leather. Usually 1 ounce, which is around 0.4 millimeters thick.
Yeah.
So if you make a mistake in sewing it, pag tinastas mo, butas na yan. Wasak na, tapon na yung leather. And the leather is very expensive. Like 4 square feet of the leather would usually cost us around 3,500 pesos.
Kasi
and yung 4 square feet na yan, it's not like a 2x2 size. It's a shape of, let's say, kung lamb yan, makikita mo, nandun yung paan niya, yung shape niya, very irregular, ang daming tapon. Yung mga parts na pagdating sa paa, medyo kulukulubot yan. So, hindi nagagamit.
Yun nga, ang daming tapon din pag leather, di ba? Natuwa si Carlos Serra, grabe naman ang steady hands niyan. And sabi nga niya, magtahi pa lang ng relleno, ang hirap na, tapos ganyan pa kaliit. Now, I know that you're using a mix of hand stitching and machine, di ba? When it comes to these things. And kagaya ng nasabi mo, sir, is you also use heat press dito. We're not going to go into the details of the trade secrets at this point, but we're just here to appreciate the hard work that you put into at least your figures. There's a question. Sabi ni, ang galing lang din. Dahil actually, this is a part of my question list as well. Nabasa niya yung utak ko. What's the most challenging commission custom that you've made?
Marami. Everything that has print is hard eh. One is that the one I showed you, the one you showed us, the John Candy one. That's hard. Let me see if I.
Or yung ano na alala mo.
I was telling you about this one. Daredevil is also hard. The Ben Affleck. This one is also very hard to achieve. This is also made of leather.
Wow.
This is the Ben Affleck Daredevil. So this is very challenging because I had to get a sculptor make the underlying muscles of the suit. And we had to parang vina-vacuum form mo yung suit on the leather. So very tricky gawin to. I got a lot of commissions for this before. People requesting, inaayawan ko to because I couldn't do it. Last year we found a way to finally do this. So somehow meron na ring Ben Affleck version because naglabas ng toy nito when the movie came out. I think it was Toy Biz and it was really it was a bad 1/6 scale figure. Pangit yung proportions, although the weapons were good, so I salvaged some of those, like the belt and the billy clubs. We took it from there, but we modified it. And the head sculpt, we also took it from that figure and we modified it and put it in a body like this. This is a seamless Phison. I think this is an M31 body.
Tapos custom yung abs.
It's more complicated. Meron ditong mga underlying armor parts on the chest and the abs, on the what do you call this muscle? The deltoids. May mga add-ons yan.
Wow.
So it's not just ito yung body, binihisa namin. So may mga modifications that happen here.
For it to look the figure, right? Or for it to look the actual movie din di ba? Those are needed. But kumusta daw yung articulations ng Daredevil?
I posted some pictures of maganda articulation ito because it's a seamless body. So you could actually do a lot of poses. Its hands could go probably up to there.
Okay, nice.
And then I could, hindi ko na masyadong ma-raise because of it's being limited by the leather. Pero legs, medyo okay pa rin naman. Siyempre, you can't do the full articulation that you could do if this was naked. No? But somehow, I have photos online of the poses that I was able to do with this one. Pero siyempre, na-limit na rin siya. Pero gumagalaw naman. Hindi kagaya ng iba, sobrang stiff na eh.
True. And sir, anong advantage ng real leather sa faux leather? Kasi meron di ba mga figures na faux leather ang gamit. So what's the advantage?
Flaking. Kasi PVC leather, especially in a humid country like the Philippines, unfortunately, there will come a point in time wherein it will flake. And it will peel off, and then you see that in a lot of hot toys.
Actually,
whenever the toy manufacturers never use genuine leather. I guess it's probably because of the cost. So yun ang biggest problem. Maganda lang sa faux leather. It's really thin and very flexible. May stretch siya. Maganda siya sa umpisa. But if you're looking at it as an investment, I don't think it's gonna last you a lifetime. Some of my toys nga parang 2 years bumigay na. Diba? Parang, you think these are very expensive toys.
Expensive toys, true. And sabi nga ni Chester Minoru, natuwa siya Hindi naman siya ganun ka-limited kung ibe-base dun sa suit design. That's true. Kasi nga, what you call this? Phison? Phison? Is that I don't know if I pronounce it.
Yeah, it's a Phison body. It's a seamless body kasi mas maganda ang Phison since seamless siya. Pag ang body kasi na ginamit mo is yung mga TTM 90, TTM 18, yung mga narrow shoulder bodies, yung joints doon, it's exposed and sometimes sumasabit yung damit through the gaps. So that makes the articulation harder to move.
I see. Actually, that is true, no? Sabi ni Carlos Serra, Elvis po, meron na kayong nagawa. Imagining mga jumpsuit ni Elvis Presley. That's a very good one. Did you?
Walang nag-commission pa sa amin ng actual Elvis Presley, but we did Baba Hotep na mukhang Elvis Presley suit. Oh. Or I think Baba Hotep was a character ni, I forgot the name, the guy who played Ash in Evil Dead. There's a movie, it's called Baba Hotep. Yung damit niya parang yung kay Elvis na white na naka-flare. So we've done that. And then sa Elvis Presley mismo, siguro it's about 4 different commissions for replacing yung naka-black leather na Elvis na nilabas ni Enterbay because maraming issues yun ng flaking. So, Elvis was wearing all black leather jacket and pants. Kaso since Enterbay used faux leather, a lot of collectors kind of got disappointed because their figure got ruined. So they asked us to make the new outfit for them.
Ang saya. And sir, nakita ko na yung isa sa mga double stitching na nakita ko before. Ganyan ka-detail, ladies and gentlemen. So, manual ang paggawa ng stitch. Yun nga, kasi nabanggit rin ni Sir Tama.
Kasi, tatrinahin ko sana yan paggawa sa embroidery maker. Hindi nila kaya. I don't know why. Kung ano yung reason. I was thinking if you have an embroidery machine, you should be able to do that. But I think it has something to do with the way the needle moves in an embroidery machine. So we have to do these things manually. This is for a commission of The Witcher. Na I think that's a video game version. Yun yung parang sleeves niya.
Okay, I see. Now, maraming good questions dito. Sabi ni Sir Ryder na talagang tumutulong sa ating live ngayon. If given a chance, what would you tell Hot Toys right now?
Hire me to make your prototypes. Pero ibang level din yung Hot Toys. I don't think I learn a lot from the new techniques that they apply, especially sa mga superhero costumes. Iba yung level eh. Iba kasi yung if you have the factory backing to be able to develop some of the fabrics that they use. Especially on the costumes right now, di ba? Ang dami textured lahat ng fabrics ng mga superheroes. And that's very, very hard to achieve in if you don't have the proper equipment. So they're blessed to be able to have that maybe factory suppliers in China that could do it. So, yun. Gusto ko matuto nun. Hire nila ako para matuto ako. Yung sasabihin ko sa Toys.
Yes. Oo nga. So, Toys baka naman. Sabi, good music si Elvis. Hindi yung sukatan ng edad. Well, true naman eh. Si Sir Johan Yu, nasagot na to kanina, no? How long does it take? Kasi yung pre-preparation takes longer, sabi nyo nga, no? Here's a question. What was the longest commission or longest time that you've spent on one commission?
I guess it would be yung Captain Hook. Hindi pa lumalabas yan. It's in partnership with Scott Peterson. That was actually commissioned nung I'm not mistaken, January 2020. Tapos inabot kami ng hanggang mga, I think, October 20, 10 months. Pero may reason behind that. Kasi, it was initially supposed to be silk screen printed and then nagkaroon ng pandemic. Nagpalit kami, we shifted to embroidery. So we had to have the designs transposed into a digital embroidery file. And then pabalik-balik kami sa approval. This is the Captain Hook version ni Dustin Hoffman in the movie Hook with Robin Williams. So yun, that's one of the most time-consuming things we've done because hindi siya yung kami ng coat niya, sinira namin kasi kinuha namin yung sukat, mali. Gumawa na naman kami ng pangalawang coat niya. Tapos nag-design kami. And then print namin sa fabric. Ginawa na naman namin yung coat niya para makita kung babagsak ba lahat in place ng tama. And then gagawa kami embroidery file. Ginawa na naman kami ng coat. Ganon. Maraming salin, maraming paulit-ulit. Maraming ganun eh. Maraming ganung mga projects kaming nakukuha. Pero that was one particular thing that took the longest because it shifted from the original printed design output to embroidery.
I see. Now, do you have a plan to shift out of 1/6 or are you exclusive lang sa 1/6 scale?
Not really. We've actually done 1/12 scale, but we don't like doing it. We don't
No.
enjoy doing it. We were only able to do it because these were prototypes for the companies. So
Mm.
yun lang. Pero kung private commission, we'd rather not because it's really, really hard to make. Oo. So, nakapaggawa lang kami siguro ng mga three prototypes for a toy company for clothing ng 112 scale.
So, pag sinabi niya, if may magpa-commission, sir, tatanggihan. Most likely.
Usually kapag 112 private commissions, we don't accept it kasi masyadong maraming parameters and it's really hard to get the proper fabrics to use.
I see.
So yung sa companies that we worked on, yung prototypes nila, we were getting back-end support from them, providing some materials to use, yung mga ganon. Kasi may mga supplies sila. So nagagawa namin.
That's true. Okay. It makes sense naman then. And at the same time kasi we don't want to sacrifice the reputation and the quality, di ba?
Actually, yun
Just
din eh. Pwede kami tumanggap ng tumanggap eh. May nakita ko. Sige,
Yeah.
gawin namin yan. X amount of pesos. Pero, in the end, pag I know I won't be able to deliver a good product, I'd rather say no to it than, make money out of something and then leave the client unhappy.
Yeah. Compromise
I
yung
think that's
quality,
what's-
sir, no?
Kaya that's what's, I think, keeping us in the business for a long time. Diba? You want your customers to be happy. Yun din eh. Kasi as a creator, as a designer, our goal is always to see people smile and people be amazed by what you do.
Yeah.
Diba? Kasi pag wala na yun, parang you remove the fun out of all of these things that we do eh.
Para saan pa?
hindi pera, di ba? Hindi ganun eh. It's not all about that. It's also about the artistry and appreciation.
Actually, wala nang processing fee. Ay, joke lang. Anyway, sir, before I go into it, actually dapat ilagay ko muna to. Critic me. Meron kaming kasi section dito sa show na we ask you to give tips, what you liked and what you want to, or what you think can be improved on a certain shot. Napakita ko na siya ng light. May nagpadala sa atin ng photo and hopefully you can give tips on this shot since you also work with Photoshop. This is gonna be perfect for this episode. So yon, what did you like and what can be improved on the shot?
Ang ganda niyan, ano pa bibigay kong tip dyan? Ang galing. Eksakto. It's properly lit. The subject is, you get drawn to the subject really well. And I couldn't tell what effect was used, but I'm assuming it's Photoshop because there are some sparks that are going in front.
Mm-hmm.
It's really well Photoshop. Did he use an LED or a TV background?
I think, sir, eto siya. Yeah.
Oh, even better. So it was really manipulated. So it was dropped out and put in a different background. Nice. That's nice work. Because he was able to match the color tones. Kasi if you take a look at the raw shot, the color of the suit was in a well-lit environment. And then on this one, he was putting the photo in a fiery environment. So dapat yellowish in costume. Really, really good. I can't say anything more to improve it. Maybe if he wants to just change the cropping a little bit, pwede niya gawing portrait. Kasi usually ako lang, pero that's preference, personal preference.
Sir.
Ako, I'd prefer lang siguro a portrait mode, pero you could just simply crop that, diba? Para mas bidang-bida talaga siya. Pero may goal din siya dito. I think the goal is to show that there's burning stuff behind him. Yun lang.
Alright.
That's a good shot.
At least preference. At least if you would have done it, diba? That's something that you
may comment, may critic ako.
Sure.
Yun lang. Bakit si Spider-Man kasama ni Superman? Spider-Man yun, diba? May helmet?
Yes, sir. Spider-Man, yeah.
O yun. Medyo may question lang ako. Bakit sila kaaway ni, ay si Bizarro ba to? Si Superman?
Infected Superman, is it? I'm sorry. I'm not into DC that much, but I think it is. Sabi ni Anthony's Custom, Infected Superman.
Okay.
It's
Ano
not
kaya
Bizarro.
infection niya? COVID kaya yan?
Baka.
Ngayon ko lang nakita ang infected si Superman.
Crossover. Sabi ng creator, sir, crossover daw yung gusto niya.
Okay. So, hindi ako marunong. Sorry. Nag-crossover pala sila.
Yun lang. At least that's what he wanted to achieve in this shot.
Alright.
Thank you so much sa at least sa iyong pag sir at least pag-participate sa ating Critic Me. Yan. So sir, before we promote your pages, could you give us tips if you want to get into custom toy making, or not just anything custom probably? What tips can you give to our beginners or to our aspiring beginners when it comes to customization?
Ako, when it comes to customizing, really all boils down to ingenuity. So you really have to be able to find your own niche where you're good at. If you're good at tailoring, or if you're good at painting or sculpting, just practice, keep on practicing and putting things out there on social media. We know how powerful social media is right now, because you can actually really tap into the whole world, and be able to bring your products or your creations out to the market, to a much bigger audience. So keep on practicing, keep on innovating, and then have the whole world see what you've done, and then take it from there. Just keep on improving every time and raising the bar. Just don't be complacent once you've done something na ganito. Always challenge yourself. I guess that's really important to improve, for self-improvement, for anything in life. And then always be kind, and also be ready for critiques. And for, I think we hear it a lot. If it's either people will bash you or people will praise you nowadays. So you have to be prepared for critiques on your work. Are you still there, Chris?
Yes, I am still. I'm just astounded.
I thought something happened, and I'm just...
Hindi, kasi yun nga, I'm absorbing your tips sa totoo lang. And that's a good one sa totoo, kasi it applies to life. It got into me kasi you can never be too complacent, di ba? Otherwise, you just be stuck where you're at. Tumatak lang sa akin yun. Thank you so much, and we're very thankful lang din for your time, sabi nga ng ating mga members. Now, sir, let's talk about your pages. So, GWiz Customs. If you haven't liked it yet, naka-like na ako. If you haven't liked it yet, like nyo guys, ladies and gentlemen. GWiz Customs, nilagay ko rin siya sa ating mga comment section. And the website, sir, can you tell us more about all the things about your website, probably, or things that we need to know about your website?
Actually, the website is basically a gallery. Wala diyang buy me, walang pricing, walang whatever. Mainly because all our work is custom made. We don't keep stocks of anything. So wala kang o-orderin. You always have to email us and tell us what you want done. Work on. We'll decide what we can do and what we cannot do with the project that you have in mind. So our website is basically there as a gallery for our previous work, where you could see everything. But everything that you see on our website, you will also see on our Facebook. Medyo kasi tamad ako to maintain a website, no? So what I actually had the website made wherein everything I post on Facebook gets automatically uploaded. So no, we're actually not managing that website. It's doing everything automatically for us. So,
but if they want to contact you, it's on Facebook.
If they want to contact me, you could contact me through PM or email. I would be able to answer you faster if you email me. Kasi super daming messages on Facebook, and it's hard to screen all of them. So email is the best way to get in touch.
Nice. And if you haven't liked it yet, please follow Sir Bleau Aquino on Instagram. Yan. So nilagay lang natin dito sa ating comment section ang ating yan. So Sir Blue, we hope na you don't mind if we follow you. We know it's a personal account because we see your work here as well.
IG ko kasi it's halo-halo personal and the work that I do. So, kung ayaw mo makita yung mga pictures ko tsaka ng mga dogs ko, we just go to the Facebook page or the website.
Ayan. And thank you so much, sir, for gracing us with your presence. Hopefully, tawag dito, hopefully si Sir Perry, mabigyan ka ng something in return. Sir Perry, baka naman. Just kidding. But thank you so much. Marami kaming natutunan at least dito and probably maraming na-inspire. Lalo na sa mga gustong pumasok sa 1/6 scale at this point and probably sa mga gustong pumasok sa mundo ng customization. Yan, we're actually planning to make this a series into customization, dioramas, and probably also, what do you call this? Action poses. Yun yung mga series na gusto nating i-create so that people can improve and keep on growing together as a community. Yan.
Thank you so much, Chris, for having me. And thank you sa mga nanood.
Salamat sa mga nanood, sa mga hindi bumitaw sa atin. Sabi nga ni Sir Perry Chua, si Blue daw magbibigay. Pipili lang ng isa sa mga nasa likod.
Nako!
Just kidding. Sir Perry talaga. But yun, guys, thank you sa mga nag-join. Salamat sa mga nag-join sa discussion. Si Sir Ryder, thank you so much sa pag-support sa ating discussion. And yun, sa ating mga members ng PTPC. And keep on collecting, keep on shooting. We're gonna join us again next week. Just a preview. Next week, magkakaroon tayo ng Action Post series care of Sir Joff. And it's a Saturday natin gagawin yan because of schedule conflict. Yan. So instead of Sunday. Again, thank you, Sir Blue, for joining us. And thank you, everyone, for watching. Again, this is Chris Lina on behalf of GeekClicks and PTPC.